At 6, it's a story you'll only see on News 5 tonight. Changes are underway right now to make sure the Fremont County Detention Center in Canyon City is more secure. 2 inmates escaped from the jail Saturday, starting a massive manhunt that lasted for hours. I talked to the undersheriff about how it happened and what's being done to make sure it never happens again.
One took off running north towards Journey Home.
This is the deputy body camera video that shows the moments 2 inmates were captured Saturday night in Canyon City.
I got you, bro. You're good.
They were found at an apartment complex 1 block away from the Fremont County Detention Center, where they had escaped just hours earlier.
An opportunity presented itself, and these 2 inmates took it.
Undersheriff Derek Irvin says the inmates were assigned as trustees working in the jail kitchen. He says they escaped out this back door as they were taking out the trash. He showed me the room from which they escaped as they were about to be escorted by staff to the dumpsters. So did the inmates have the key?
No.
How did they get this open?
The door was popped open.
How was it popped open?
By master control.
Meaning they opened it?
Correct.
Because they knew their deputy was coming through here. He says as soon as the inmates got out, they ran. So they ran about 100 yards, it looks like.
Roughly, yes.
Seconds later, they jumped this fence and were gone. Aren't they commonly taking trash out on a regular basis?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so this is an opportunity for anyone to get away if you're telling me that.
Yeah.
How do you change that now, Undersheriff?
So,
because that seems like a mistake that just can't happen.
Absolutely. So at this point, I've got an audit going on our security concerns for the facility, as well as we've revamped. We're looking at the trustee program itself, who's selected, who gets picked, which assignments they get, based off their charges.
Trustees are considered more trusted inmates at the jail.
So you have people that are here first-time offenses, maybe second-time offenders, that just made a stupid mistake. Outside the facility, and then got hit with whatever charges they get charged with, and they just come here and they want to just do their time and get on with their lives.
But the undersheriff says both inmates should never have been assigned as trustees. He says 25-year-old Rodolfo Varelas was being held on a charge related to bringing contraband into another Department of Corrections facility. He says 35-year-old Christopher Wallace was being held on a motor vehicle theft case from Fremont, a Department of Corrections parole hold, a drug case in Douglas County, and theft cases in Arvada. How do you hold the person who approved them accountable for that?
That's going to be determined by the internal investigation that is currently ongoing.
Now, inmates are no longer allowed to throw away trash. The undersheriff says the facility will also be adding razor wire to the second fence beyond the main detention center fence. It's surprising to me as someone visiting a jail that there would be any part of this that wouldn't have a barbed wire fence.
Well, a lot of your mid-size and even smaller offices, it's a funding issue. Now, is it something we overlooked? Possibly.
Tough lessons learned for a department trusted to keep the community safe.
The public needs to realize that our staff are dedicated to them. They're dedicated to this facility, and they're dedicated to the inmates that they're charged with safeguarding. Tonight,
both inmates are facing new charges for the escape. They are being held right now in the Fremont County Detention Center. As for the sheriff's office staff, no one has been placed on leave. And Rob, the entire escape became even more challenging because it happened right during the Blossom Festival. It was 3 miles away from that jail in Canyon City, and a lot of those deputies were out there, so that limited the resources back at the jail. I will say their department has been extremely transparent with me. They're embarrassed, and they have a lot of work to do to restore their morale.
So no administrative leave yet for anybody. This investigation continues. Any timeline here as to when that may be finished and perhaps some kind of disciplinary action?
No timeline now so far. It doesn't sound like they're going to be disciplining anyone for this. They just have a lot of work to do to fix it, make sure it doesn't happen again, and change what's happening.
Exactly.
Including not letting inmates take out trash anymore.
I was going to say, get the right people in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Diane. Thank you.